If there is ever a country guaranteed to capture the hearts and imaginations of travelers, it would be Iceland. A small Nordic nation in the North Atlantic Ocean, this is an isolated island, practically packed with dramatic landscapes. Icelandic nature is unspoiled, exotic, and mystical. With its spouting geysers, active volcanoes, tumbling waterfalls, towering mountains, vast lava plains, and magical lakes. Iceland's fjords, glaciers, and highland plains present visitors with some of the most beautiful and enchanting places they will ever see, as well as a rare feeling of utter tranquility. Hi, I am Ayan, and welcome to my video. I am an avid hiker and traveler. Last summer, me, my wife, and my 3-year-old boy spent 2 magical weeks driving around the Ring Road and the Highlands. So, here is our story.
Say hello.
Some important notes before we delve deep into the detailed daily itinerary. Iceland is best enjoyed in summer. Icelandic weather is rough and unpredictable throughout the year. But if you're a first-time visitor traveling with a toddler like us, you would be better off with the warmish temperatures in July and August. The sun barely rests, allowing you to pack each day with activities. There are puffins aplenty. You can venture into the highlands. The remote serenity of Westfjords are accessible. It's the peak well season as well, and you can cruise in icebergs. Yes, the Reykjavik Peninsula and the Golden Circle do see a lot of casual tourists and Instagrammers. And yes, accommodations are expensive. But you can effectively plan around the crowd, and hey, Iceland currently ranks as the 5th most expensive country in the world. So I'm guessing you pay the price anytime you go. So why not choose the best time to enjoy the dramatic landscapes at their effervescent best? Northbound is the best website to rent a car in Iceland. Northbound provides you with a platform where you can easily compare prices, vehicle types, and insurance options from various suppliers in just one place. Do check out the Icelandic Met Office website for accurate prediction of weather throughout the country, including temperatures, wind gusts, and precipitation. And finally, my detailed itinerary is in Notion, and I have pasted the link in the video details. It is similar to Alan Sue's 14-day itinerary, but I have made it free and accessible for you all. You will find helpful Google Map coordinates for each point of interest, along with the hotels and Airbnbs we chose. I have also quoted the prices to give you guys a fair reflection of how much our accommodations cost. Also, do keep in mind that all places of interest in Iceland involves walking or sometimes hiking up to 4 to 5 miles. Day 0. We reached Iceland early in the morning after a 7-hour flight from Portland, Oregon. We spent the day exploring downtown Reykjavik. The The Sun Voyager is a large steel sculpture of a ship located by the seaside. The sculpture serves as an ode to the sun, where it gracefully faces north across Faxaflói Bay. Hallgrímskirkja is an evangelical Lutheran church towering over the center of Reykjavik. Its stepped concrete facade, in particular its columnar basalt organ pipe formations, is a note to modernism and a reminder of the Icelandic landscape. The next day, we woke up early and headed towards Iceland's famous Golden Circle. First stop, Kerid, a 3,000-year-old volcanic caldera with vivid red slopes. The crimson rocks contrast dramatically with their surroundings, particularly the intense azure color of the water within the crater lake and the verdant bursts of vegetation. Bruarfoss is a hidden natural gem. Having been referred to as Iceland's bluest waterfall, it is easy to see why when you reach it. Glacial water from Langjökull concentrates in a deep rock crevice, which gives it its bright blue color, making Bruarfoss absolutely picture perfect. Geyser is Iceland's famous geyser located along the Golden Circle in the Hakadalur Valley. In recent years, the Great Geyser has stopped erupting. Luckily, the neighboring Strokkur geyser continues to put on a magical show of steam and water every 4 to 10 minutes. The day concluded with a visit to Iceland's most iconic and beloved waterfalls, Gullfoss, translated to the Golden Falls. The water in Vita River travels from the glacier Langjökull before cascading 32 meters, which is 100 feet deep, down in 2 stages in a dramatic display of nature's raw power. Day 2, we headed into the Icelandic highlands of Kerlingarfjoll. Kerlingarfjoll is only accessible by driving on unpaved F-roads. To drive on these rough, gravelly roads, you will either need to have a 4x4 or take a bus or join a tour. We took Iceland's famous F35 and enjoyed every bit of it. There is something very special about driving on the low-traffic, unpaved roads through the heart of Iceland. Just being out there feels like an adventure. And along the way, you get to witness endless views of barren landscapes and distant glacier-top mountains that many visitors never get to see. Just before we reached Kerlingarfjoll, we made a brief stop at Iceland's own Horseshoe Bend. This picturesque twisted river got famous due to Alan Sue and Instagram. Another beautiful stop should be the Geyserfoss waterfall. The Orange Mountains of Kerlingarfjoll are one of the most beautiful places in the Highlands of Iceland. It offers otherworldly colors like no other place in the world. A geothermal wonderland of steaming vents, boiling mud pools, and rainbow-colored hot springs. The combination of hiking trails, rust-colored mountains, and clouds of steam creates one of Iceland's most unique hiking and photography destinations. One can best enjoy the spectacularness of this place on one of the fantastic Kerlingarfjoll hiking trails. The next day, we set off for another Icelandic Highlands adventure to Landmannalaugar. The F208 Highland Road is again only accessible by a 4x4 and offers breathtaking views of some of Iceland's most famous locations. First stop, Sigoldugljufur, known as the Valley of Tears, a canyon on the way. It is known for its steep cliffs and scenic beauty, with the Jokulsarlon river flowing through it. The canyon is known for its captivating waterfalls, striking blue water, lush vegetation, and otherworldly lava landscapes. Next, we stopped at Blahylur. It is a volcanic crater that forms when hot lava comes in contact with groundwater. This leads to the creation of a shallow crater lake, as is the case with Blahylur. The lake earned its name from the deep blue color of its water, which creates a breathtaking landscape when contrasted against the surrounding darker colors. Final stop, Landmannalaugar, a stunning valley in the Icelandic Highlands, famed for its colorful mountains and geothermal pools. With its bright rhyolite mountains, warm hot springs, and otherworldly landscapes, it should come as no surprise that Landmannalaugar is considered the pearl of the Highlands. The best thing to do in Landmannalaugar is to go hiking. We did the Mount Blahylur, also called the Blue Peak hike, and it is hard to beat the views that we got from the summit. Day 4. We continued our eastward journey towards Vik along the ring road. First stop, Seljalandsfoss, a waterfall fed by meltwater from the nearby Fjadrargljufur glacier. Visitors can walk behind the 60-meter high waterfall, creating a unique and memorable experience. Skogafoss is one of the biggest waterfalls in Iceland. You can walk right up to it, but be prepared to be drenched. It is overwhelming standing next to it. One of the unique features of Skogafoss is the large staircase that runs beside the waterfall, providing visitors with a close-up view of the cascading water. The Dyrholaey Peninsula is a 120-meter promenade famed for its staggering views of Iceland's south coast, as well as its historic lighthouse and wealth of bird life. Dyrholaey's most instantly recognizable attraction is the promenade's massive rock arch, a result of centuries of erosion. Final stop for the day was Reynisfjara, a world-famous black sand beach just beside Vik. With its enormous basalt stacks, roaring Atlantic waves, and stunning panoramas, Reynisfjara is widely considered to be the most beautiful example of Iceland's black sand beaches. Day 5. We continued northeast towards Hofn. First stop, Fjadrargljufur, a canyon with quite a unique serpent-like shape. And it was not well known to visitors to Iceland until a few years ago. There are speculations that Justin Bieber was influential in introducing Fjadrargljufur to other travelers, as he shot parts of his video I will show you in the canyon. Visitors can explore the canyon by walking along the ridges or through the valley itself. Svinafellsjokull glacier is one of the most popular glaciers for tourists to visit in Iceland due to its easy accessibility and beautiful surroundings. A glacial tongue from massive Vatnajökull, this place has a unique raw beauty with its deep crevices, icy ridges, and sparkling blue ice. Svinafellsjokull glacier has also gained fame as an attraction after this fascinating site was selected as a location for Game of Thrones Season 7 to represent north of the wall. Next, we stopped at Jokulsarlon, Iceland's most famous glacier lagoon. Jokulsarlon is a lake that is filled with meltwater from an outlet glacier at the base of Vatnajökull. It is known for its floating icebergs, and visitors can see pieces of ice breaking off the glacier and floating in the lagoon, creating an otherworldly and surreal landscape. We enjoyed the lagoon by taking a boat tour, which allowed us to get up close to the floating icebergs and see the glacier in all its splendor. The lagoon is also a popular spot for photography, as the floating icebergs and the surrounding landscapes create a truly breathtaking and unforgettable scene. When the icebergs finally make it across the lagoon, they either drift out to sea or wash up on the nearby shore. Because of the way they glisten against the black sands, this area has been nicknamed the Diamond Beach and was our final stop for a fitting day. Day 6. We pressed on north on a magical cloudy day towards Egilstaðir. First stop, Vestrahorn mountain on Stokksnes Peninsula, one of the most photographed mountains in Iceland. Vestrahorn is known for its sharp peaks, pointy summits that create a sawtooth ridge spear in the sky. It is an awe-inspiring mountain with steep flags dropping into a black sand beach. An added bonus, there is a pretty cool Viking village located at the bottom of Vestrahorn mountain. An abandoned village that was created as a movie set. The Hvalnes Lighthouse, with its bright orange concrete structure, stands 38 feet high along the ocean coast and marks a prominent cape, the Osterhorn, on the southeastern corner of the country. This stop continues to be a popular location along the ring road, and it is a nice spot to go for a short walk along the ocean. We spent 2 nights in Strokkur cottages. Located on a farm in Hvalnes, these cottages include a kitchenette and views of the river and mountains. Our son took particular interest in the horses. Icelandic horses hold a very special place in the people's hearts and souls. We spent the next day exploring Eastfjords around Egilstaðir. One of the most popular attractions of East Iceland, the Hengifoss waterfall, is the 3rd highest waterfall in the country. Made with striking red clay and beautiful black basalt rock, the alternating colored pattern of the rocks create a beautiful contrast for the falling water in the forefront. The breathtaking fiery red and black patterned rock is not the only thing that will soothe your eyes in this gem of Eastfjords. The path that leads to the waterfall is covered with stunning colors, which brings a certain vibe of serenity to the place. We then spent the remainder of the day exploring Seydisfjordur, a small fishing village with colorful houses, vibrant culture, friendly people, and great dining options. On the way, we stopped at Gufufoss, another striking waterfall, celebrated for its heavy mists it creates that rise from the cliffside basin. Seydisfjordur is very photogenic. The pretty blue church and rainbow brick street have brought it international fame. Day 8. We continued northwest towards Lake Mithven. First stop, Studlagil Canyon, with the largest number of basalt rock columns in Iceland and a stunning blue-green glacier river to contrast. Studlagil is one of Iceland's hidden gems. The canyon has been carved by the powerful forces of the Jokulsarlon river over thousands of years. Since we visited in August, the meltwater from nearby glaciers has unfortunately turned the color light grey. Dettifoss in northeast Vatnajökull National Park is considered the second most powerful waterfall in Europe. Visitors to Dettifoss can admire the powerful and awe-inspiring waterfall from a viewing platform on either side of the river. The waterfall is surrounded by rugged and remote wilderness, making it an ideal destination for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. Also within the canyon, fed by the river of Jokulsarlon, is the impressive waterfall Seljalandsfoss. Viti is a huge explosion crater formed during a massive volcanic eruption at the start of the famous Mithven fires in 1724. The eruption continued more or less non-stop for 5 years, and Viti's bubbling cauldron of mud boiled for more than a century after that. Hverir geothermal area is a must-see place on Diamond Circle and belongs in the Krafla volcanic fissure zone. Be prepared for bubbling mud pools, hissing fumaroles, and cracked, colorful grounds. Final stop of the day, Lake Mithven. On the southern side of Lake Mithven is a set of these bizarre and beautiful pseudo craters. Unlike regular craters which are formed when lava builds up around the fissure in the earth, these pseudo craters were formed by gas explosions when melting lava flowed over pockets of water in the wind. The next day, we headed towards Húsavík for whale watching. On the way, we made 2 pit stops in the Mithven geothermal area. Grjotagja is a small lava cave, famous for its geothermal hot spring, and was used as a location for a memorable love scene in HBO's Game of Thrones. Kerid is a towering volcano to the east of Miviten volcanic lake. It is dark, round, almost symmetrical, and utterly captivating. Kerid's walls and deep center give a beautiful shape, like a stadium or amphitheater. Húsavík is a marine lover's paradise, with over 97% average success rate of whale sightings in the last 3 decades. We enjoyed a smooth, safe sailing in a traditional Icelandic oak ship with north sailing tours. Our professional and highly qualified crew shared great knowledge about whales and fascinating stories from Skjolfinda Bay and ensured the tour was absolutely worth our money. Final stop, Gufufoss, the waterfall of the gods. The waterfall is situated on the Skjolfandafljót river and is known for its distinctive horseshoe. Day 10. Our longest day on the road as we drove towards Eastfjords. First off, Grjotagja, the oldest Christian church in the country. Grjotagja is the only turf church in Iceland, with a circular turf wall around the graveyard that complements the gallant mountain in the backdrop. Circle, otherwise known as the Troll of Northwest Iceland, is a 49-foot tall basalt rock stack protruding from Hunaflói Bay. The rock is a nesting ground for seagulls, shag and fulmar, making it appear constantly in motion, further enforcing the idea that Circle is in some way very much alive. The Eastfjords are one of Iceland's most spectacular and awe-inspiring regions. With untouched landscapes, labyrinthine fjords, and charming settlements that are small and sparse, the region is unlike any other found in the country. Often overlooked due to their distance from Iceland's more popular destinations, the Eastfjords are full of natural wonders just beginning to be explored. We soaked in the majestic dreaminess from our drive and stopped at Fjadrargljufur cliffs for viewing of abundant puffins. And special mention goes to Dynjandi, the jewel of Eastfjords. The water of Dynjandi tumbles down the rocks in a veil-like manner, resembling a bridal veil, beautiful white curtain. We could not visit the Rauðasandur beach due to declining weather. Instead, early in the morning we hopped on ferry Baldur that crosses Breiðafjörður Bay daily from Eastfjords to Svinafellsjokull Peninsula. Grjotagja, also known as Church Mountain, is located on the north shore of Iceland's Svinafellsjokull peninsula and is widely recognized as one of the most photographed mountains in Iceland due to its unique shape and coastal location. Located close to Grjotagja is the tranquil Seljalandsfoss waterfall, which offers a stunning backdrop of the mountain. The rain was in full swing and we made our final stop at Grjotagja, also known as the Black Church. The minimalistic design of the church, set against the backdrop of the cloudy mountains, made for a breathtaking sight. We made our way back to Reykjavik and spent the last day relaxing in the geothermal waters of Blue Lagoon and shopping souvenirs for friends and family. A sense of despair and sadness fell upon all of us as we found hard to say goodbye to this amazing country, one with extreme contrasts, characterized by a huge number of waterfalls, geysers, volcanoes, black sand beaches, and steaming lava fields, reminiscent of an almost alien landscape. Contrast that with the fact that Iceland is home to some of the largest glaciers in Europe. To quote from George R.R. Martin's famous book, A Song of Ice and Fire, this was a place of deep silence and brooding shadows, and the gods who live